Usually the premieres are starting at least at 5 minutes after the announce hour. Otherwise, it's so professional. To start on time is not theatrical. You know what you're about to see, right? The Lover.
Yes.
By
Harold Pinter.
Well done. Harold Pinter, British playwright, scriptwriter, I would say political activist. Maybe nowadays we have to say this because in the end of his life he spent a lot of intellectual effort and time doing this. Much more important maybe nowadays. But this is the beginning of his career. A Nobel Prize winner for literature, of course. One of the most adored playwright by professional actors. I'm saying professional because those are professionals. So, a student production based on The Lover by Harold Pinter, done by Petr Christakiev and Lilia Zask. Hope you'll enjoy. He's a representative of very famous movement in theater known as the theater of absurd. So you'll see an absurd theater play. Do not forget to turn off your mobile phones. And if possible, try not to check what is going on outside in the big world for those 45 minutes. It's a short play. Because it's very disturbing when you are privately checking your phone and not sitting behind you. Please. Thank you.
Is your lover coming today?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Free.
We will be going out or staying in?
I think we'll stay in.
Oh. But I thought you wanted to see that exhibition.
I did, yes, but I think I'll prefer to stay in with him today.
Well, must be off. Will he be staying long, do you think? About 6?
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello. Tired?
Just a little.
Bad traffic?
No. Quite good traffic, actually.
Oh, good.
Very smooth.
It seemed to me you were just a little late today.
Am I?
Just a little.
There was a bit of a jam on the bridge. Pleasant day.
Mm-hmm. I was in the village this morning.
See anyone?
No, not really. Had lunch.
In the village.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Quite fair.
What about this afternoon? Pleasant afternoon.
Oh yes, quite marvelous.
You are, did he?
Yes, he did.
You show him the Holocaust?
The Holocaust. No. Should have I done?
Oh no, it's just that I remember you said he was interested in gardening.
Yes, he is. Not at all that interested, actually.
Did you get out at all, or you stayed in?
We stayed in.
That blind hasn't been put up properly.
Yes, it's a little bit crooked, isn't it?
Very sunny on the road. Of course, by the time we got on to it, the sun was beginning to sink. But I imagine it was quite warm here this afternoon. It was warm in the city.
Was it?
It was quite warm everywhere.
Quite high temperature, I believe.
Did it say so on the wireless?
I think it did, yes.
So you had the Venetian blinds down?
We did, yes.
The light was terribly strong.
It was awfully strong.
The trouble with this room is that it catches the sun so directly when it's shining. You didn't move to another room?
No, we stayed here.
It must have been blinding.
It was, that's why we put the blinds down.
The thing is, it gets so awfully hot in here with the blinds down.
Would you say so?
Perhaps not. Perhaps you feel hotter.
Yes, that's probably it. It's a cold supper, do you mind?
Not in the least.
I didn't seem to have time to cook anything today.
By the way, I rather wanted to ask you something.
What?
Does it ever occur to you that while you're spending the afternoons being unfaithful to me, I'm sitting at the desk going through balance sheets and drafts?
What a funny question.
No, I'm curious.
You've never asked me that before.
I always wanted to know.
Well, of course it occurs to me.
Oh, it does.
Mm-hmm.
What's your attitude to that then?
I think it makes it all the more piquant.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So in fact, I'm not completely forgotten.
Not by any means.
That's rather touching, honestly.
How could I forget you?
Quite easily, I should think.
But I'm in your house.
With another.
But it's you I love.
I beg your pardon?
But it's you I love.
Let's have drinks. What shoes are they? Those shoes are very unfamiliar.
Mistake, sorry.
I beg your pardon?
I'll take them off.
Not quite the most comfortable shoes for living at home, I would have thought. So you had a picture of me this afternoon, didn't you?
I did, yes. It wasn't a terribly convincing one, though.
Why not?
I knew you weren't there. I knew you were with your mistress.
Was I?
Aren't you hungry?
I had a heavy lunch.
How heavy?
What a beautiful sunset.
Weren't you?
What mistress?
Oh, Richard.
No, it's simply the word that's all.
Is it? Why? I'm honest with you. Why can't you be honest with me?
Because I haven't got a mistress. I'm very well acquainted with the whore, but I haven't got a mistress. There's a word to difference.
A whore.
Oh, yes. Just a common garden sort. Not worth talking about. Handy between trains, nothing more.
But you don't travel by train, you travel by car.
Quite. A quick cup of cocoa after drinking the old one.
Sounds utterly sterile.
No.
Well, I must say I never expected you to admit it so readily.
Why? I was not looking for a double, was I? I wasn't looking for a woman I could love. It's just someone I could admire and love as I do you. All I was looking for, how shall I put it? Someone who could express in generous with all was cunning, nothing more.
I'm sorry your affair possesses so little dignity.
The dignity is in my marriage.
Or sensibility.
The sensibility likewise. I was not looking for such attributes. I find them in you.
Then why did you look at all?
I beg your pardon,
Why look elsewhere at all?
but my darling, you looked. Why shouldn't I?
Who looked first?
You?
I don't think that's true.
Who then?
Richard? Richard? Do you ever think about me at all when you're with her?
Oh, little. Not much. We talk about you.
You talk about me with her?
Occasionally. It amuses her.
How do you talk about me?
Delicately. We would discuss you as you would play an antique music box. We played for our titillation we never desired.
I can pretend that the picture gives me great pleasure.
It was not intended to. The pleasure is all mine.
Yes, I see that, of course.
I mean, surely, your own afternoon pleasures are sufficient enough for you? You don't expect extra pleasures from my pastime, do you?
No, not at all.
Then why all questions?
It was you who started it, asking me so many questions about my side of it. You don't normally do that.
Objective curiosity, that's all. You're not suggesting I'm jealous, surely?
Darling, I know you never stoop to that.
Good God, no. What about you? Are you jealous?
No. From what you tell me about your lady, it seems that I have far richer time than you do.
Possibly. What peace? Come, look. What would happen if I came home early one day? I wonder.
What would happen if I followed you one day? I wonder.
Perhaps. We all meet within the village.
Why in the village? Why not here?
Here! What an extraordinary remark. Your poor lover has never seen the night from this window, has he?
No. He's obliged to leave before sunset, unfortunately.
Doesn't he get a bit bored with all these damn afternoons? This eternal tea time? I mean, I would. To have as the constant image of a lust, a milk jug and a teapot must be terribly tempting.
He's very adaptable. Besides, when one puts the blinds down, it does become kind of an evening.
Yes, I suppose it does. What does he think of your husband?
He respects you.
I'm moved by that remark, in a strange kind of way. I think I can understand why you like him so much.
He's terribly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, his whole body emanates love.
How long is he 18?
No,
Emmanuel at home?
entirely.
Sounds tedious.
Not at all. He has a wonderful sense of humor.
Jolly God makes you laugh, doesn't he? Mind the neighbors don't hear. The last thing we want is gossip.
It's wonderful to live out here. It's so far away from the main road, so secluded.
Yes, I do agree. He's married, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Happily?
Mm-hmm. And you're happy, aren't you? You're not in any way jealous?
No.
Good. I think things are beautifully balanced, Richard. Darling, will the shares be ready this morning?
The what?
The shares.
No. Not this morning. Not till Friday. Why?
Richard, you won't be home today too early, will you?
Do you think he's coming again today? Good gracious, he was here yesterday. Coming again today.
Yes.
Well, I won't be home early. I'll go to the National Gallery.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Max.
Excuse me. You've got a light? Do you happen to have a light?
Do you mind leaving me alone?
I'm merely asking if you give me a light.
Please go away, I'm waiting for someone. My husband.
Why so shy? Where is the light? Here? Where is it? Here?
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, darn, oh.
I'm waiting for my husband.
Are you right, miss? I just got rid of the gentleman. He hurt you anyway.
No, thank you, I'm all right. How wonderful of you.
You wouldn't believe such a thing would happen in this beautiful park. Still, you've come to no harm.
You wouldn't. Yes, I can never thank you enough. I'm terribly grateful, I really am.
Why don't you sit down for a second and calm yourself?
I'm quite calm. But thank you, yes. shall we sit?
Well, it's raining. We can't sit outside. What about the barkeepers?
Do you think we should? I mean, what about the barkeeper?
I am the barkeeper.
Oh, how wonderful of you. You're so kind.
To treat the world a young woman like you. Like that, it's unpardonable.
You seem so mature, so appreciative, so
Of course.
gentle. Perhaps it was all for the best.
What do you mean?
So that we could meet, you and I.
I don't quite follow you.
Don't you?
Now look, I'm married.
You're so sweet, you mustn't worry.
No, I really am.
Can't you speak to strange girls?
No.
I'm sitting in your ticket. You men are all alike. Give me a cigarette.
I'll put you alone.
I beg your pardon?
Come here, boys.
Oh no, not me. Once bitten, twice shy. Thanks, bye-bye.
You can get out of here. Let's walk. I'm locked up.
Locked.
You're trapped.
Trapped! I'm a married woman, you can't treat me like that. I'm trapped!
It's tea time, Mary.
Max! Max, what is it? You're very thoughtful.
No.
You are, I know it.
Where's your husband?
My husband, you know where he is.
Where?
He's at work.
Poor fellow. Working away all day. I wonder what he's like.
Oh, Max,
I wonder if we'd get on. I wonder if we'd, hit it off.
I shouldn't think so.
Why not?
You've got very little in common.
Have we? He's certainly very accommodating, isn't he? I mean, he knows perfectly well about this afternoon's powers, doesn't he?
Of course.
Why does he put up with it?
Why are you suddenly talking about him? I mean, what's the point of it? It isn't a subject you normally elaborate on.
Why does he put up with it?
Oh, shut up.
Ask your question!
He doesn't mind.
Doesn't he? Well, I'm beginning to mind.
What did you say?
I said I'm beginning to mind. It's got to stop. It can't go on.
Are you serious?
It can't go on.
You're joking.
I'm not.
Why? Because of my husband? Not because of my husband, I think. That's going a little far.
No, nothing to do with your husband. It's because of my life.
Your wife,
I can't deceive her any longer.
Max.
I've been deceiving her for years. I can't go on with it. It's killing me.
But darling, look.
Don't touch me.
What did you say?
Hurt.
But your wife knows, doesn't she? You've told her all about this. She's known all the time.
No, she doesn't know. She thinks I know a whore. That's all. Some spare time whore, that's all. That's what she thinks.
Yes, but she wouldn't mind.
She would mind if she knew the truth, wouldn't she?
What truth? What are you talking about?
She would mind. She would have the fact I've got a full-time mistress. 2 or 3 times a week. A woman of grace. Elegance, wit, imagination.
Yes.
An affair that's been going on for years.
Yes, but she doesn't mind. She wouldn't mind. She's happy. I wish you'd stop this rubbish anyway. You're doing your best to ruin the whole afternoon. I mean, my husband, for instance,
How does he bear it? Your husband. How does he bear it? Doesn't he smell me when he comes back in the evenings? He must be mad. I mean now, when he's in the office, when he knows everything that's going on, how does he bear it?
Max.
How?
He's happy for me. He appreciates the way I am. He understands.
Perhaps I should meet him and have a word with him.
Are you drunk?
Perhaps I should. After all, he's a man like me. You're both men, you're just a good woman.
Stop it! What's the matter with you? you. You do.
Play my last game.
Why?
The children.
What?
The children of
What children?
my children! My wife's children. Any minute now, they'll be out of boarding school and I got to think of them.
Let me whisper something to you, Can I? Please? It's whispering time, isn't it? Earlier it was tea time. Now it's whispering time. Listen, you shouldn't worry all about wives, husbands, things like that. It's silly, it's really silly. It's you now, here with me. You take tea time with me. You love to whisper to me. You like to make love to me whispering. That's what we are. That's what we do, isn't it? Just love me.
You're to bone, you see. I could pull out with everything if it was not for that. You're to bone me.
Me? Bonnie, don't be ridiculous.
I'm not.
Now, how can you say that I'm
I'm telling you to bone me.
But you always told me I was but how dare you
Every move I make, your bones sticking to me. I'm sick and tired of your bones.
Look at me!
You're not pumping up! You're nowhere near pumping up! You know what I like? I like to know who's women. Like bones with others.
You mean
I was a cow! I mean voluminous, great, other dogs. Once, years ago, you vaguely resembled one.
Oh, thanks!
But quite honest now, compared to my ideal. Skin and bones.
You're having a lovely joke.
It's no joke.